This is Andy Purewal for Boxing News. I'm joined by the Romford Bull, Johnny Fisher here in London. Johnny, it's here, it's fight week. There's been a lot of talk heading into this rematch. There's been a lot of talk about how it's going to play out. But how are you feeling first and foremost?
I feel fresh. I feel like this is what I was made to do. So let's go ahead and do it. This is what we train for.
Johnny, is it weird at this stage in your career feeling like there's a lot of pressure being put on your shoulders to overcome Dave Allen?
Yeah, there is a lot of pressure, but don't be a professional boxer with a good fan base if you don't like pressure. I mean, that's the whole point. Come on, Andy. Yeah.
Johnny, obviously from the first fight, many people would assume that if you were to box through the way that you did the first 4 rounds, you could breeze this fight. With no disrespect to Dave, but hearing you talk up there, there's this just part inside of you. You want to get stuck in, you want to get involved. Talk to me about that.
It's hard to. I've tried it, like to try and do something different, but I just think that's the way I am. But if I do fight, like the first 4 rounds, I was breezing it, but I was still getting involved. You know what I mean? I was throwing a lot of leather, but I weren't. Not that I weren't conditioned because we trained very hard. I was very fit, but just rest-wise and everything. The build-up of I was meant to fight in August, then it was September, then I torn my bicep, then it was my card. No, then it was my card. Then I tore my bicep. So you can't train like that for so long. And this time I've had a nice rest. I've done a good bit of resting at the same time. Now training Ventura. I've conditioned myself well with the sparring, and I'm just a fresher, younger man, and I can see it through.
If you allow yourself to make it become that type of fight where you do get involved and it's a back and forth, what's going to be the difference this time for you to come out on top in that occasion?
It's a risky strategy, right? But I'm a fan-friendly fighter, and people want to see two big blokes going at it in the ring as hard as they can. I just think that bit of freshness, bit of just tightening everything up, and the way that I go about the work, a bit cleaner, a little bit tighter. I think that's going to be the difference.
How have you found trying to deal with those critics from the first fight?
If you're in professional sport, you're going to get critics. I mean, God forbid you ever end up like what the footballers are like. I know they've got millions and millions of quids, but they get it every week. I've just got a small part of it, and it's always going to happen in professional sport, especially boxing. People have got opinions. It was a close fight. When you have a close fight like that, some of it was unfair. Most of it was warranted because it's a close fight. I believe it went one round my way. Dave and his team think it should have been his way, but Jamie Moore even said it himself. It's a close fight when you score it round by round. But that means we've got the chance to put it in a better light, and we can win it more convincingly.
You say more convincingly there. Obviously on the stage at the press conference, just you said you want to put on a bit more of an emphatic effort. Does that emphatic effort see this fight end inside the distance?
I think it could, to be honest. I think it could either way. I think I always go in there with the idea, whether I calm myself down in my brain, instinctively I'm looking to knock someone out every time I throw a punch. Whether that's my downfall or my positive, we'll see. But sometimes it's been a positive. The last time it probably was a bit of a negative. I should have probably just paced myself a little bit more, but I can't help who I am. This is who I am, so I've got to do it.
Knowing that you were able to pull through those tough moments in the first fight, how much confidence do you take from that, knowing if the going gets as tough as what it was in that first fight, you know how to pull through, you have that experience now?
That's where I take the confidence in being able to do that. If I was fighting Daniel Dubois or someone like that, maybe I have to try and do something a little bit different, or I'll give myself 2 rounds to have a go, and that's all I have to do. See you later on. See ya. But this time I've got to do. That's how I am. That's what I am. That's how I fight. I have confidence from the fact that I went 10 rounds. I had a blood clot on my ear, and people seem to forget that. Yeah, I got knocked down in the 5th round, but in round 2, I got hit with a shot that I've never experienced before, and I had no leverage in my shots because if you notice in the fight, I'm going like this the whole time. I couldn't move around. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't get any angle on my shots. I was just throwing leather from my arms, and I managed to see it through to the 10th and rally in the 10th round as well.
Everybody's talking about a difference in Dave Allen and how he can approach his fight, but what's the difference for you? What's the improvements you will have made that we will see on Saturday night?
Being fresher, being relaxed, not doing loads and loads of interviews and loads of media and podcasts and going to the Blue Orchid for a Chinese with the Zone and stuff like that. I've just got to do my job, which is to be a professional boxer. That's the difference.
Last one, Johnny. So you end this interview and you end the media with me. Final message to everybody ahead of Saturday night.
Thank you everyone who's purchased a ticket. Thank you everyone who supports. And my job is to put on a show for you now. So that's what I'm going to do. Thank you very much. Bosh.
Thank you, Johnny.